In the heart of a bustling city lived a ginger cat named Whiskers. With his brilliant orange fur and bright, curious eyes, Whiskers was a beloved resident. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, he would transform into a fearless adventurer. The city at night was his playground. The streets were hushed, alive only with the soft melody of crickets and the distant hum of night owls. Every corner was aglow with the warm radiance of glowing lanterns. It was during these nocturnal escapades that Whiskers discovered the true essence of courage. One evening as he was exploring near the night market, Whiskers noticed some suspicious movement between the stalls. The shadows seemed to dance and slink in a way that was both intriguing and alarming. His acute hearing picked up strange rustling sounds. Curiosity overwhelmed caution, and he began to creep closer. As he rounded a corner, he found himself face to face with a group of raccoons. These weren't the friendly masked bandits of storybooks. No, these raccoons were up to no good. Their beady eyes glistened with mischief, and their nimble hands were already reaching for the baskets of fruits and fish laid out at the market stalls. In their wake, they left a trail of overturned crates and scattered goods. It was a scene of pure pandemonium. Whiskers watched in disbelief as they made off with their stolen loot, disappearing into the labyrinthine alleys that crisscrossed the city. A wave of determination washed over him. He couldn't bear the thought of the hard-working merchants losing their wares to these thieving scoundrels. But Whiskers wasn't just any ordinary cat. He had a heart full of bravery and a mind sharper than a tack. He quickly scanned the surroundings, his eyes gleaming with mischief. In a flash, he had a plan. First, he darted behind a nearby stall, his orange fur blending seamlessly with the crates. Then, using his keen sense of observation, he started moving things around. With swift, precise movements, he positioned the crates, ropes and wooden planks in a way that would make it nearly impossible for the raccoons to pass through unnoticed. Hiding behind the stall, he patiently waited for the furry marauders to return. The suspense was thick enough to cut with a knife. Finally, he heard the familiar rustling in the bushes outside the market. A low growl rumbled in his throat, a sound that spoke of both power and warning. As the first raccoon emerged, its eyes gleaming with mischief, it didn't notice the trap that awaited it. It took a step forward and tripped over an unseen barrier, tumbling head over tail. Startled, it looked around, confused by the sudden obstruction. Before it could react, a second raccoon came bounding up to help. But as it reached out a paw, it got tangled in a net, joining its companion in a furry heap on the ground. One by one, the raccoons tried to make their escape, only to find themselves ensnared by Whiskers' clever traps. The once proud and nimble creatures were now trapped and subdued, their strength and agility useless against the simple barriers. News of the commotion spread quickly, and the merchants of the night market awoke from their slumber. They rushed to the scene, their faces etched with surprise and gratitude. Cheers and applause echoed through the market as they saw the trapped raccoons and the clever traps that had subdued them. Whiskers, the hero of the hour, watched it all from atop a nearby roof. With a flick of his tail and a glint in his eye, he disappeared into the maze of rooftops. As the night wore on, the lanterns swayed gently in the soft breeze, casting long shadows that danced along the walls. The city was returning to its nightly calm, the chaos of the raccoons' rampage forgotten. Whiskers, the little orange cat with the big heart and even bigger courage, curled up on a rooftop, his eyes sparkling with the thrill of the night's adventure. He might have been small, but he had shown that with courage and quick thinking, even the smallest of creatures can be a hero.